But my friends and I had decided it would be a good idea to break into some of the schools in the area and, steal money out of vending machines and, steal some candy and that kind of stuff. So we did. Eventually we got caught, but not until we had caused lots and lots and lots of damage. There's a whole laundry list of other things that had gone on, assaults and stuff like that. I ended up going to court for all this stuff and getting pretty much slapped on the wrist. The judge was kind of willing to give me a chance. My biological dad is bipolar, and so they were like, well, he's bipolar, so if you give him this medication, then he'll be normal again. So they started putting me on lithium. I wasn't bipolar, I was exhibiting some mild bipolar-like symptoms, and because my biological dad was bipolar, they were like, well, this is an easy fix. Let's just give him lithium, and that's what he's on, and it'll be all good. And so they did that. It took a little bit of an edge off, so it made kind of a difference. But that also could have been because I was getting regular sleep and taking care of myself and not being crazy. And so those things have an effect on that type of behavior too. They put me in jail, put me on lithium. After 3 months, they gave me work release. So I was on felony probation and was doing concrete work. And then my friend introduced me to meth. I already have this pretty huge criminal history. Probation officer coming around every so often to kind of look at me. But he wasn't drug testing me because I didn't have drug-related offenses on my record. Well, then I get into doing all this meth and selling it to the guys at work, and I end up getting pulled over one night and have a bunch of guys in my car who were all high. Since it was my first drug charge, they were like, well, we'll give you a misdemeanor plea bargain. And so even though you have all this criminal history, we'll still, you're young, we'll cut you a break. And so, I ended up pleading to a Class A misdemeanor. The maximum amount of time they can give you on that is a year in jail. So I go into the courtroom, and as soon as my lawyer's back is turned, I take off. I ran around for a few weeks and then got caught. The judge was like, I don't know why you ran. He goes, if I could send you to prison, I would. I can't because this is a misdemeanor, so I'm just going to give you a year with a good time. So I ended up doing a year on that. And so I got out. I was doing pretty good for working for the same employer. And then ran across some old friends. Everything just started again, even more than it was. I got arrested again in a hotel room. So I was in a drug-free zone with lots of different bags of meth in my pocket, and I ended up getting a possession with intent to distribute. So that, I ended up bailing out of jail, and that was pending, and I just continued doing my thing. So I wasn't working because my boss had figured out what I was doing, and he told me, he said, you can either stop selling drugs to my guys or go find another job. And just sold drugs and did drugs full time. And so I had all these charges pending. My probation officer was, I'm sure, getting things in order to violate my probation. Things were kind of closing in on me.